everybody. Welcome back once again. Another edition of Inside the Headset. It's week 9, game 8 here in Rutherford County, season of 2025. I'm on the campus of Riverdale High School at Tomahawk Stadium. I'm with the head coach of the Riverdale Warriors, head coach Will Kriesky. How you doing today, coach?
Good.
Well, I was here before the break and got to see you win against Smyrna Bulldogs right before we went on fall break, and that was on a Thursday night. And I was just telling brother in the interview, and I kind of messed it up, coach, because I was trying to think. At times, I guess I was teasing because I interviewed Counts earlier, and I'm trying to figure this thing out. You know, at times, what kind of fan is Counts? So I was trying to play it against your brother that he was for Smyrna, but really, Counts he doesn't need Blackman to win, and he doesn't really need Smyrna to win, even though Smyrna beat him. He needs everybody to catch losses, and that's where some of these teams are if you're on the outside looking in.
Yeah, it's tough. And like we said at the beginning of the year, we knew it was going to be a tough race, and we knew it'd come down to week 10 to figure out who's all in the playoffs and who's not. We even said the 5th and 6th place team possibly could go win around one game, and that's just how we stack up from top to bottom in this region.
Yeah, and at times you're sitting there thinking, well, for you haven't played Oakland yet. Well, you don't need Oakland to win Friday night. Under any circumstances, do you need Oakland, or neither does Blackman that took a loss from them. So it's hard sometimes to pick, I need that team to win, whereas all in all, you need everybody to lose, and you need to just keep winning and stay healthy. Isn't that it?
That's right. Yeah, no matter what team you are, you just want to keep winning and just worry about your team, stay healthy, and you can only control what you can control. And, we're at the point, we dug ourselves in this hole. We just got to keep growing and get better and keep working, and you never know what happens once November comes.
Well, and so this 2025 season, you've had several different, variations of teams that come through Riverdale. Where do you think you are with this crew? If they're playing their best football, do you feel like you've put 4 quarters together? Do you feel like they've played their best football? Are they capable, or is there a little more out there? Where are we with?
I think we still got room to grow.
Okay.
With just so many new bodies on the offensive side, new bodies on defense, and just as you can see, we progressively got a little bit better each week.
Yeah.
Offensively, we moved the ball better. They're getting in a rhythm.
Yeah.
The first half wasn't so good. Now offense, I thought played really well.
Did you get your main D guy back? Your defensive guy.
Yeah, Aiden will be back.
Okay, so he's okay.
Yeah, we held him out due to. He had a little shoulder stingers issue.
That's fine.
And he got held out. But
if you didn't need him, you didn't need him. We'll need him later on.
Yeah, so, we wanted to make sure to prevent something from further happening where we wouldn't have him the rest of the year. So we held him out, especially with the fall break coming up, a good 2 weeks off, 2 weeks rest. So, he's ready to go, and we're excited, glad he's back. And we had some other kids with some ankle issues and things like that, and everybody's healing up. But, like you said, everybody around here is beat up, bruised. So you just got to keep going, and that's what we talked about before. Depth is important around here.
It's going to be real important.
Yeah, you got to build your depth. And you got to make sure your second, third guys are ready to go
because Edmonds wasn't there the other night against Smyrna. You did notice that he's out because he creates a lot of. He can create a turnover just because he's on the field. Whether or not he's the one that gets the turnover or he's on the field and they're worried about him being on the field, so it leaves somebody else in position to get a turnover.
Yeah, and he's our quarterback of our defense. You know what I mean? He gets everybody lined up, makes the calls, and he's our guy, our senior leader out there. And he's been out there for 2 years now, starting. And we missed him a little bit and didn't execute as well as we'd like in the first half.
But he gives a chance for another kid to step up and play his position in case he is hurt.
Well, that's what I talked about to the coaches. Defense coordinator Zach Rail was kind of tore up after the Smyrna game. And I said, well, on the positive note, we won. The second positive, you build some depth for the future. I said, you never know. We might need those guys in that spot again. Well, now you got it on film of what they did in that position, and you can evaluate that.
Well, you need to start. You're going to have to start coaching that up, and you may have to put some kids, your linebacker, you may have to come in and play another position, like you said, that you're not used to playing, just to fill the gap of a hurt or injured player. If we think you can go at another position, we're going to stick you in there and you're going to go.
That's right. Because you want to put when it comes this time of year, our last 3 games pretty much playoffs. You got to win them all.
You and I talked about this. We go back to the Herring kid. Yep. You and I talked about this. It didn't matter. The Herring kid only played defense, but when we put him on offense and you stick him out there as a wide receiver, whether you throw it to him or not, they still have to stick 2 bodies out there because he's a 6'5", he's capable of catching the football that time. And if they don't put somebody out there on you, you're going to say, well, okay, you're not going to put anybody out there? I'm going to really burn your tail end now if that's what you're going to do. So it's about, if he's out there, they got to account for him, whoever it is.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They got to strategize and make sure they're prepared for him. Whoever, like you said, whoever it is. You don't put somebody like Caleb Merriam, receiver. You're gonna make sure you either bracket him or do something to make sure he's covered. But that helps other guys be open. So that's what hopefully Aiden coming back will help. Help us to put this on defense and get everything going.
What scares you about Siegel? Other than it's a West Tennessee coach, they're capable of. Maybe they haven't played their best game. I mean, they're capable of. What do you like about them on the field?
They do a lot of good stuff. Offensively, they move the ball well. The quarterback's not bad. He throws a good ball.
They're probably disciplined.
Yeah, they're very disciplined, and up front, they're big. They run the ball well. Their special teams is well coached. And they've lost some close games. Some close games.
I mean, you still got the Oakland game. You still got to play. You got to stay healthy here. Your last two are on the road. You got to go out to Rockville. You still got to take on counts.
And they're moving in the right direction, and he's doing a good job over there. So
I told Sullivan. I sent an email this morning. I copied Luker. You guys. I mean, and if you're ever in administration, you'll be in that position. Even if you have to hire somebody, you may have to hire your replacement. You never know, but. You want to make sure you get it right.
Yeah.
Daggone it, get it right. You're going to be responsible for young men, raising young men. Get it right.
Yeah.
They did a good job out there. Counts is good for Rutherford County, good for Rockville.
Yeah, he did. Whenever that job came open, he called me. We talked. I was driving to Clarksville.
Okay.
And we had an hour-long talk. James is a good friend of me and my brother.
Well, Steve Luker thought he'd lost his noodle when he came up and said, I want to come. He had it made in Henry County.
Oh, he did. They love him. His dad's a legend down there.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, and the Count's name is very well respected in West Tennessee. And, he just wanted to try something new and different.
I didn't know his daddy coached, or some of his family, he coached in Ohio County in the beginning, in Kentucky.
Yeah, so
to the early 70s.
So I don't know if his dad or uncle maybe, but they have connections in Kentucky, yes.
They coach it. Well, see, I was born in Grayson County. Ohio's next door. We play Ohio there in our district and region. My brother he played against Ohio County, and I did too growing up. I mean, Hartford's not 20 minutes from where I was born and raised.
I think his dad may have coached a year up there.
That's what he said.
Yeah, his dad coached a year up there and then came to Henry County. That's
after he said in 77, 78, somewhere in there.
Yep, his dad graduated from Murray State, and that was his first job.
Well, and I was mentioning to an old boy, a good friend of mine that I spent some time over this weekend, who grew up in Ohio County, and he said, I think I remember that dude. So, it's interesting. Big night Friday night, it's senior night. How many you got?
36.
Oh, gosh. Be a lot of hugging and crying. I tell you that. I don't want to be here. That'll be a long night. Be a chance to mess up some names for Stork if he was doing it. You'll have a great ceremony and everything will be lined up for Friday night.
Thank goodness Miss Brooke Wine's here. I don't do anything with it.
Good.
I just show up at 6 o'clock and shake hands and give hugs. Miss Brooke Wine has been doing it, I guess, since I've been here, and probably way before I was around, maybe back in the ranking days. She does a really good job with it. She takes care of the band, the football, the cheerleaders.
It's a big what to do.
Yes, we have over 100 kids participating.
Oh, Lord.
This year,
so we're starting at 6.
Yeah, so she's, 6:15 actually, so she's stressed because I wanted 6:15, to make sure we get all our pregame stuff in.
Yeah.
And, she gets a little stressed about it, but she understands, married to a former coach and everything, but she does. I can't brag on her enough for what she does.
All right. You just heard it. You need to be here early for Friday night. It'll be senior night. You're going to be taking on the Siegel Star Central Region matchup. Kickoff's at 7. But if you're going to senior night, you need to be here around 6. Y'all be here.